Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning back in with a new week of modeling interiors in Revit. So this week we will be choosing a metric casework family, and with that we will be modeling the full length squiggle mirror. And with that, let's get started. So as you know, I love to keep my reference images within my white space in Revit, so get that going. And I also like to copy it in the front view. It just helps me a lot. As you know, I like working in the front, and the reference level just makes things a lot easier and a little more accurate. So really, the reason I chose a squiggle mirror was just so we can use, different profiles, different create elements. So this week we will be using the so this week we'll be using the sweep command. But before we do that, you might want to get your reference level ready. So with that just means that you want to get the depth of your mirror ready and the length of your mirror ready. Obviously this is interchangeable. Right now I'll do a separate video showing you how to model parametrically these kind of mirrors and these kind of elements, but for now we're just gonna go super slow and calm, and we're gonna just model the squiggle mirror, and that's it. So I think what we're gonna do next is open a profile family. So a profile family is gonna help us with our sweep tool, and those two go hand in hand because your profile family is going to give you the profile that you want to sweep along a selected path within Revit. So just go down to your family template and pick your metric or whatever profile family and get to the middle of your grid lines. You'll see green dotted lines, and that is your reference plane. So any of those quadrants you can draw in, but I prefer to draw in the center so that it is illuminated in all four quadrants in Revit itself. So you can always go back to this family and edit and load back into your project, and it will update as requested. So looking at the mirror, we'd say that it's probably a wooden frame. So you can get your metrics right with that, and you can probably make it as high and as thick as you need it to, but for now we'll just go with a simple 3mm and then fix it a bit later. So the first thing you want to do is go to your front view and, like I said, kind of gauge. So with this particular mirror we don't have the most accurate dimensions, but as you can see, it is a mirror that is slightly slanted on the wall, and it looks like it's a full-length mirror. So let's keep it at 900, and we can work out these dimensions out a bit later as well. Great. So I think the mirror is a bit slim, so let's slim it down a bit, maybe 500, 600 mils width. And with that, we have the frame, the constraints I like to call of what we're going to draw. Don't forget to lower your scale. I like using 1:5 or 1:2. We're in the business of using small inches and millimeters, and we would like to see exactly what we're drawing all the time. So you can go into your 3D view as well, just to see that everything and how all of it will come together at the end. And we're going to concentrate on drawing the squiggle. As you know, we are drawing the squiggle full-length mirror. No, this video is not sponsored, not yet. So if you're seeing this and you'd love to sponsor me for drawing the squiggle mirror, let me know down in the comments below, or potentially just email the channel. Thank you so much. It really helps if you guys would subscribe. I would love making these contents for you, and in the future we will be releasing some of those Revit families for you guys to use in your projects. So what I like to do is draw an outline of using the arc tool and sort of copying it down. As you can see, it's created the perimeter where the squiggle will run, and with that you can maneuver and change the shape of the squiggle as you would like. For now we're just going to go with the basic squiggle, not really paying too much attention to how the squiggle arch, but just getting the squiggle in place and seeing if our profile does what it needs to do. So yeah, don't be too finicky about how everything is going to look right now. As you know, we can always go back and edit certain families, edit certain profiles. So don't be too hard on yourself on that regard. But just click the green button to say okay to your sketch. And then we are going to now load in select profile, click the drop down and select our mirror profile. As you can see, there it is. However, I do think it is a bit small. So we will edit this a bit later, but as you can see, the profile does work in place. But let's just edit the profile a bit more. So go back into your project. I'm thinking we make it about 20. I think that's a good size for a wooden profile. So let's get that going. And remember, you can always edit this profile. You can always go back into it even after you've loaded the mirror into your Revit project. Just edit the profile, load it back into the family itself, and it should update. As you guys can see, it has updated the width of the wooden profile. It's a lot thicker. I think it resembles the actual reference a lot more. So now we can edit and fine-tune the finer details of the profile. So as you can see, the profile has, I would say, a bigger bump at the bottom. So now that's what we're going to try to get. So you can delete the spline that you've drawn and just continue to copy or either redraw using the arc tool. I really love using the arc tool. It is very efficient and accurate in drawing any irregular or curved shapes in Revit. It also gives you freedom to, maneuver the spline as needed and to give the arc the kind of depth that you want it to have. So that shape might not be correct, but we are getting to it, and that's what it is really. It's trial and error and seeing how this shape best works with your design. Great, I think we got it. I think it's looking a lot better. Remember, in future you can come and edit it if you think in your project it's not looking too great. Come and edit whatever you need to do and it will be fantastic. There you have it, we're almost there. So at this point in time, don't be too worried about the green parametric lines. Like I mentioned, with this one, we're not completely going parametric, and that is a different skill that I will show and teach in the coming up videos. Drawing parametrically is a fantastic skill to have, especially in Revit, and if you're drawing in interiors, because let's say you want to maneuver your cupboard to be, 500 millimeters thicker than what it is, you can easily stretch that within your projects without having to redraw and open the family again. So at this point, we are going to be drawing the mirror itself. So I'm thinking maybe do it at 10 mil or 6 mil. So yeah, don't be too worried about the actual reference planes right now. Those, yes, they are very important in Revit, but that's not what we're constraining our drawing to at this point in time. So just go to your front view, click create, and we're just going to create a general extrusion. Normally I like to pick the green line and pick the edges so it draws them for me, but since it is circular and it is a spline tool that we've used to draw, Revit isn't so efficient at picking those kind of edges up. So you want to pick your arc tool and sort of kind of maneuver the mirror into the frame itself as it would be inset in real life. And just go with it. Don't be too pedantic about this process. As you know, you will not see the actual mirror itself. It'll be covered by the frame. And then go back after you've clicked the green button to create the shape and just maneuver it a bit more as well to the shape that you want. Always check it in 3D because that's what you'll be seeing if you're doing this for render. So yeah, just open up your 3D view, tilt it in different directions, make sure it's exactly what you would have wanted. Great, and I think in this video we're going to create materials. We're slowly going to lead up to this, as creating materials is a very important step in trying to render in Revit. So we're just going to create a wood texture material, maybe an oak. And for that, Revit has a set of predefined materials that you can import into your actual project file. So for this, you don't have to open a separate family. You just click the down with the 3 cubes at the bottom, and that will allow you to pick the family that you want or the parameter that you want. So we're going to pick an oak for this, then close that asset defining parameter and then apply. Normally I don't like to play too much with the original texture itself. I find it easier to duplicate and go back and edit that. And then we're going to add the mirror texture. So Revit has really good mirror materials. Create a new material, click the drop down in your asset browser, type in mirror. They will be certain you want a basic one or a chrome one. Let's go with basic for now. Okay, add it in. Fantastic. So as you can see, Revit, we've clicked the realistic view. Revit is trying to render your mirror, which is a bit distracting to see if the wood texture is there and how we want it. But we'll fix that just now. Fantastic. And just rotate around your beautiful full-length squiggle mirror and let's see how that is looking. If you're happy with it, definitely continue to save the project. This is very important. I love what we've created. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know if you need this file as well for your project. Very willing to hand it over to you as well. But yeah, you guys, I think this is looking great. Don't forget to save. And that's what we're going to be doing. I'm so excited to be doing this with you guys for another week. This week we'll be focusing a lot more on interior elements that are wall based. So tune in for a lot of that, and so excited to be here. Thank you so much.